If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm today to get started. Hello, self-developers, and welcome to the Patrick Kelly Podcast for Self-Development, where I will be reviewing audible books on self-development that can change your life for the better this year and years to come. It is said that if we keep on doing what we always did, we will keep on getting what we always got. In other words, to change our output, we first have to change our input. Today is December 26, 2021, and this is episode 50. And today we'll be reviewing my top 10 favorite podcast episodes of the year 2021. If you have been following this podcast from episode 1, you have absorbed 49 books on self-development. In the beginning of every podcast, I state that if you keep on doing what you always did, you will keep on getting what you have always got. If that is good for you, then keep doing it. But if that is bad for you, then you need to change. I often say through my podcast episodes that you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. So, if you want to make changes in the year 2022, then you have to write down all the mistakes that you made in the year 2021 and not repeat them in the year 2022. If you do not learn the lessons of the past, you will get to repeat the class. From the lowest to the highest, here are my 10 favorite podcast episodes of 2021.
Number 1.
Episode number 24, The Magic of Thinking Big. Acquire the Secrets of Success by David J. Schwartz. This audible book teaches you how to become successful by thinking big. My 3 favorite quotes from this audible book are:
1.
Those who believe they can move mountains, those who believe they can't, cannot.
2.
When you believe, your mind finds ways to do.
3.
Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
Number 2.
Episode number 27, The Magic of Believing by Claude M. Bristol. This audible book teaches you how to embrace the power of belief. My 3 favorite quotes from this audible book are:
1.
No mind ever receives the truth until it is prepared to receive it.
2.
All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is your mind and what you think that makes you what you are.
3.
Thought is the original source of all wealth, all success, all material gain, all great discoveries and inventions, and all great achievements.
Number 3.
Episode number 6, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. This audible book explores the concept of karma. My 3 favorite quotes from this audible book are:
1.
Be not overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good.
2.
You must imagine the good things that we want in our life instead of constantly imagining the bad things that we don't want in our life.
3.
We must act as if we have already received. Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving.
Number 4.
My 4th favorite episode is episode number 42, The Success Principles, How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. This audible book will teach you 64 success principles that can literally change your life. My 3 favorite quotes from this audible book are:
1.
There is only one person responsible for the quality of the life you live. That person is you.
2,
The indispensable first step to getting the things you want out of life is this: decide what you want.
3,
You are not an accident. You were not mass produced. You aren't an assembly line product. You were deliberately planned, specifically gifted, and lovingly positioned on the earth by the master craftsman.
number 5,
Episode number 7, Automatic Habits by James Clear. This audiobook focused on habits and how to change from having bad habits to having good habits. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
success is the product of daily habits. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your enemy. Your habits can compound for you or against you.
2,
Your habits shape your identity, and then your identity shapes your habits.
3,
In order to change a habit, you have to 1. Make it obvious, 2. Make it attractive, 3. Make it easy, and 4. Make it satisfying.
number 6,
Episode number 9, Get Out of Your Own Way by Larry Winget. This audiobook by the world's first irritational speaker explores many, many ways on how to get out of your own way and stop being your own worst enemy. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
your life is your own damn fault. Your thoughts, your words, your actions are what created the results that you're experiencing today.
2,
Human beings are the only species on earth who knowingly choose to be less, do less, and have less than they could. Nothing else on our planet does that. No other living creature does that. Only people do that. Your dog doesn't do that. Plants don't do that. Only humans.
3,
Your life is the way you want it to be because that is what you are willing to accept.
number 7,
My very first podcast, episode number 1, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. This audiobook is one of the best when it comes to how you think. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
circumstances do not make the person, it reveals the person to him or herself.
2,
We do not attract what we want, but what we are.
3,
As you think, so you are. As you continue to think, so you remain.
number 8,
Episode number 8, The Inner Winner by Dr. Dennis Waitley. This audiobook gives numerous formulas and techniques to help you become an inner winner. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
the inner winner formula is imagination plus internalization equals realization.
2,
The most powerful words you can say to yourself is, yes, I can. Success comes in cans, while failures come in cannot.
3,
Every person has 86,000 seconds per day to achieve or not achieve their goals.
number 9,
Episode number 15, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This audiobook is one of the best books on self-development that exists today that gives you the 7 habits that were designed to change your life. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us.
2,
The successful person has the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do.
3,
Sharpen the saw means preserving and enhancing the greatest asset you have, which is you. And last but not least, my top 10 favorite podcasts for the year 2021, coming in at
number 10,
episode number 4, Make Today Count by John Maxwell. John Maxwell is my favorite author. I never listened to a John Maxwell audible book that I did not love. This audiobook teaches you how to make each and every day count. My 3 favorite quotes from this audiobook are:
1,
we will never change our life until we change something we do daily.
2,
The Pareto principle teaches us that if we focus our attention on the top 20% of our priorities, we will get an 80% return on our efforts. Our greatest asset is our time.
3,
Make a commitment to change. Without change, there can be no growth. Closing thoughts. I enjoy doing these podcasts and hope to do more in the year 2022. I wish you all happy holidays and a very happy and prosperous new year. If you have your own favorites, email me at pkellypodcast@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you do not miss an episode. And also remember to share this episode via text or email with friends and family and other people that you care about. For more episodes of the Patrick Kelly Podcast for self-development and a free, did I say free? Yes, free 30-day trial of Audible Plus, go to www.thepatrickkellypodcast.com to sign up today. If you would like to donate $1 or more to the support of this podcast, click the donate button at www.thepatrickkellypodcast.com or go to $Patrick Kelly Podcast on Cash App, and I'll be sure to thank you on the next episode in the year 2022. Take care. This is the end of this podcast for today. Tune in next week Sunday for the next episode and the next Audible book of over 300 books that I'll be reviewing on the Patrick Kelly Podcast for self-development. If you enjoyed this podcast, take a moment to rate and review on Apple Podcasts. This really helps me out. Feel free to share this podcast with someone you care about. And remember, your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Take care.